I'm going to give you a fair warning. What you might see here is going to be probably um, disturbing, so viewer discretion is advised. Yeah, this is me now. Everything's going to hell, and the world is going insane, and this is my face right now. I'm making this video, I'm gonna say maybe 4 months, I think, maybe, I don't know, after the last one I made where we were moving out from my home after 20 something years. And we'll get to the new place, but I just want to wish everybody's safe, doing okay. I have been pretty practically safe, and hopefully nothing is wrong. But today I have a haircut, because haircuts, I mean saloons, haircut places, hairdressers, barbers are opening today, and I have an 8:15 meeting with my valet, and it is right now, I don't know what time it is right now, 8:14, so I have 1 minute to get there. It's pretty close by, and yeah, that is my deal right now. Now the thing is, there is a direct connection between my general mood, my soul bond with the world, and how I look. I know it sounds weird, but I am tired of living like a hobo. You know, I've never had the beard this long. It looked like a survivalist or something. And right now I'm going there, and we will talk more when I'm out of the thing. And I have a long walk home because, as I told you, the place that I live in right now has changed. So I'll see you after my face has changed. See ya. Okay. I think the transformation is complete. I look like myself. I feel like myself, and man, I feel so much better. I don't know what it is. I think there's like I strongly believe there's a relationship between your overall appearance and how you feel, especially for a person like me. You know, I've been living the artistic life for so long that I don't know. The thing about art is that it's about exposition, but that's not what I'm talking about today. Hold on, let me set this down on a good spot. So here's the thing. Right now, this is May 2nd as I'm filming this. In January, my country and another country went to almost war, which didn't happen. In February, half of the world was burned in the Australian wildfires. In March, we had the conversations about an outbreak. And in April, it went into full swing. In May, it's still ongoing. Some parts of the world are better, some parts of the world are the same. Hopefully, not all parts of the world are worse. And the thing is, I haven't been able to, I create things to survive. I don't mean it financially at all, I mean spiritually. I'm an artist, I'm a storyteller, I'm a musician, and I need to create things to be able to fill parts of my soul, you know, if that makes any sense. I haven't been able to touch my instrument for such a long time because first I was moving, which is a completely different story. Second, my current place is very small. I couldn't have the full potential of my music stuff with me. And third, which is the most important thing, I was feeling extremely sad. You know, not angry, not pissed off, because so many of my plans were canceled because of the whole thing. That comes in a different video. And I felt I was in an extreme sorrow, you know, if that makes any sense. And eventually I started picking myself up, dusting myself off, and today is the first day I can finally say I'm on my personal way to recovery. That is a very important thing. Personal recovery first. Alright, it's going to be a long walk. Come with me. Now, for parts of this video, I would have to film using my earphones because I probably will pass some crowded places, and I'm not sure if the microphone on my phone can cancel out all those noises. I don't know. This is an ongoing experiment. Now, let me tell you the story of this new situation, which I like to call the new normal. You see, I'm 30-ish, 31 too, and in my life, I've seen some crazy things happen in the world, in my world, and everywhere. And of all the crazy things I've seen and I've lived in my life, I think right now might take the cake. You know, I feel like right now is the weirdest time of my life. And I've lived through some crazy stuff, believe me. Maybe I can talk about it in a different video because I feel like there might be some interesting things to talk about. Now, you see, these are the main streets of my country, and this is a place that used to be super crowded. Right now is 9 a.m. of Saturday, which is the week begin day in my country. This street used to be full of cars, little traffic, all kinds of crowds, and see, there's nothing here. There are some cars, but that's just it. The schools are shut down. Many places are shut down. Normal life has been reduced or altered to, at least for a portion of people, for a day-to-day survival. And that sucks because, look, I have the opportunity, I have the chance of surviving on my own without an immense need to outside world, but what about those who don't have that luxury? That is very, very sad. And you know, I was my new home, the new place that I'm temporarily in, it is located near it's in a military area, and it's not like super dangerous. It's like some office stuff. I don't think there's like any field practice or anything there. I hope not, I mean, at least. And I've been looking at these soldiers who are, I don't know, serving there, because it's not really much of a work. And I've been thinking to myself a lot that, hey, I've been so ungrateful for the situations that I've been put through, but things could always be worse. You know, the other day, I saw a driver who was working for rents and everything, for fares. He was deaf. And anytime I see a person with like crazy amount of disability, like deaf and blindness, you know, things like that, things that directly affect my life as a musician, it feels different, you know? It hurts. And it hits too close to home for me sometimes. And I've learned to be grateful. The truth is, I've learned to be a grateful person. I've been raised in a house of somewhat of a faith, somewhat of a, you know, a religious stoicism, if you can call it that. And I've learned to be grateful for every situation I've been put through, an opportunity or a crucible. It should be the same. Sometimes it's hard, man, you know? Sometimes it's just... Anyway, how are you doing? How have you been doing? I have been doing not so great, but after my transformation, after some venting off into a camera, I feel a little better about myself. and about the whole world. And that is the ending of the first part of this video that I wanted to talk about. Now let's go to part 2. Now part 2 of what I want to talk about in this video, which I think is going to be a longer one. Apparently I missed this more than I thought I would. For reasons that I will explain in a second, I wasn't able to film on my way, but I'm close to my new place, and as I told you, it's a military area, but it's not like bang bang kind of military. It's like military services and like information, like public services, the public announcements, things that are not exactly about tanks and guns and bombs and explosions. And there's like a sect, a portion of that group of military stuff that deals exclusively in public health, medical services. And medical services, well, you're dealing with the ill, people who are not doing perfectly, speaking of their health. And I've had to, I don't know, buy to get newspapers or to get something for home and come back, and I frequently pass by this place. Like I said, it's a military place, so I decided not to film because maybe it causes trouble. I don't know. I didn't want to take any risks. But I saw these people, the service people, who are like rolling in beds, rolling out beds, ambulances, and I felt something happen inside my heart. Usually, these people are called the first responders, and that means that when there's a fire, when there's a bad thing happening, like a plague, these guys and ladies are the first line of defense, you know? They are the first line that stand between us, normal folk, and dangers out there. Does that make sense to you? And I am so eternally grateful for these folk. And this portion of my video is just to thank them. If one person sees this and they are working in some kind of a public service kind of a thing, I deeply thank you for what you've done and what you're still doing, and hopefully what you won't be doing for long. I personally deeply appreciate your acts, and I don't know what to do. I'm an artist. I make music, I make words, I make pretty noises. But if that's what I can do to thank you, that's what I have to do, irrespective of how I feel. I need to use this to feel good. And yeah, that's really important. It's really important. And so these folks they have changed the game. You know, we are living in a very, very crazy time of our lives. And if it wasn't for these people, we'd be dead or worse. And you might think, worse? What does that mean? It means that our deaths would lead to more deaths. And those more deaths would lead to more deaths. And the cycle goes on, and it never breaks. But they have done something unbelievably cool. And that is, they've risked their lives. I don't know how to walk anymore. They've risked their lives. They've risked their health for us. So thank you very much for keeping us safe. I've always had a very safe spot for nurses and for doctors. And let me pass here. But these recent events have changed everything. I mean, I've had some let's call them insurmountable experiences with the medical folk, which is one of the topics that I want to talk about one day soon. But that's a different thing. That's neither here nor there. What I want to do is, again, to show my appreciation to them and to the rest of us who are not them. Be careful, man. Respect the laws, respect the... if there's like a curfew on whatever it is you're doing or you're supposed to be doing, respect it for a while. I understand that things aren't as good as they were before, but it's just... it's a cool door. Anyway, we need to be more friendly with each other, which I think we are, now that we're forced, you know, by nature and by society and by force of the government or whatever, we're forced to spend time together. I think we've become more and more kind and welcoming and conversationalist, so much more that I don't know, it feels good to see people interacting and not wanting to chop each other's heads off. And yeah, this is basically what I've been trying to do for 3 months. I've been trying to get up, get out, maybe get a haircut, which was completely hygienic and legally allowed, so don't make this a fuss. And that's gonna be it for me. I'm gonna go home now, and maybe in a different video I'll show you the new home and the new setup, because it's changed, everything's changed. And well, this is gonna be my stop. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, for being with me on this adventure. I will see you soon, I hope. I promise to be here more often. And that's it. Peace out and see you soon.